Your cat is across the room. She hasn't looked at you in 20 minutes. Then, without a sound, she gets up and walks straight toward you. You probably don't think much of it. But that choice, crossing an empty room to reach you instead of anywhere else, is one of the most honest things your cat will ever tell you. Because cats don't approach anything that doesn't feel safe, and the way she approaches changes everything. A tail held high says something completely different from a slow, low approach after a loud noise. Same destination, different message, entirely. By the end of this video, you'll recognize your own cat in at least 2 or 3 of these, and you'll finally understand what it says about you. The tail up walk. This is the classic cat approach, tail vertical, sometimes with a slight curl at the top, walking toward you with an easy, unhurried pace. That posture takes real confidence. A cat's tail is one of the most honest parts of its body, and holding it high while approaching means she isn't bracing for anything. This is a cat who has decided, in that moment, you're safe and worth approaching. For you, it usually reflects predictability, the same voice, the same rhythm, day after day, until you've become a known, stable presence in her world. Most owners just think she's happy to see me and move on. But watch the base of the tail next time, not the tip. Loose and swaying means completely at ease. Stiff and upright with no movement is still friendly, just a touch more alert. The slow blink. Here's where things get a little more intimate. Your cat sits a short distance away, looks right at you, and slowly closes her eyes before opening them again. Closing the eyes near another creature is something a cat rarely does if it feels even slightly unsafe, because it means giving up visual awareness for a moment. So this small, voluntary blink works almost like a relaxed exhale, a signal that nothing needs to be on guard right now. It's a step beyond the tail-up walk. That one says you are safe. This one says I'm comfortable being unguarded around you specifically. Try it yourself next time. Soften your eyes and blink slowly back. Many cats will blink again. Or move a little closer. The leg rub the cat walks up and rubs her head, cheek, or entire body along your legs. This is scent-based. Cats have scent glands on the face and body, and rubbing deposits that scent onto you, folding you into what's sometimes called a shared scent environment. It suggests a sense of ownership, but not the possessive kind people joke about. It's closer to you belong in my environment than you belong to me. Owners usually chalk this up to pure affection, and while that's part of it, the scent marking is doing real work too. Watch where the rubbing starts. Leading with the top of the head is confident. Leading with the cheek, staying lower to the ground, is a touch more tentative, even if it looks similar at a glance. Sitting nearby without demanding anything. No rubbing, no vocalizing, no climbing into your lap. She just walks over and settles down near you, on the armrest, at your feet. Think about what else was available. An empty room, a sunny windowsill, a door to hide behind. She chose you, with nothing attached. This reflects a specific kind of trust, not the need for attention, just comfort in existing near you, since resting requires lowering the guard for a while, not just a few seconds. It's easy to underestimate because it isn't dramatic, but it may be one of the more meaningful signals on this list precisely because it asks for nothing back. Shift position slightly next time. Reach for your phone. A cat that stays put through that is telling you the choice wasn't conditional on you staying still, following you from room to room. Some cats don't just approach once, they trail behind you all day, into the kitchen, the hallway, even outside the bathroom door. This is sometimes called being a shadow cat, and it tends to reflect a strong attachment to routine and to you as an anchor point in the home, a fixed spot on her mental map she keeps checking in with. But context matters here more than anywhere else on this list. A cat following you relaxed, tail up, pausing occasionally, looks completely different from one following you tense, meowing, pacing. The first is companionship. The second can point toward anxiety, or a need that isn't being met, hunger, boredom, stress in the environment. Same behavior, two very different meanings, depending on everything around it. Approaching after being startled. Here's one that surprises people. A loud noise happens, a dropped pan, a car backfiring, and instead of hiding, your cat runs toward you. It looks like fear, and partly it is. But look at where that fear is taking her, straight to a person, out of every hiding spot in the house. This reflects what behaviorists call a secure base. The same instinct that makes a startled child run to a trusted adult, not because they can fix the noise, but because their presence itself is calming. It's one of the clearest signs of trust a cat can show, because it happens on instinct with no time to calculate. Watch what happens once she reaches you. Tension that releases quickly usually means you're genuinely associated with safety, not just used as a shield in the moment. Bringing something with them. Occasionally, a cat approaches carrying something, a toy, a sock, something stranger, and drops it at your feet. This is one of those cases where this can suggest fits better than this definitely means. Some connect it to instinctive prey-sharing behavior, the object standing in for something to offer. Others see it as a simple invitation to play. What stays consistent is the direction. She isn't playing alone somewhere else. She's bringing it specifically to you. Owners often laugh it off as quirky and move on, but the underlying pattern holds regardless of the explanation. She had the whole house available, and she chose you. Coming to you when the house goes quiet. This last one is easy to miss. Late at night or during a quiet afternoon, some cats seek out their person specifically during the stillness, not for food, not for play, just to be near them while the house settles. There's no external trigger, no hunger cue, no noise, no visitor at the door, just a cat choosing your company when nothing is asking her to. Owners often describe it as their cat checking in, and that's close to accurate. It tends to show up after a day of independence, this being the one moment she voluntarily closes the distance. What it all means. Here's the thread running through every one of these. The tail-up walk, the slow blink, the leg rub, the silent sitting, the shadowing, the startled sprint toward you, the object dropped at your feet, the quiet nighttime visit. They're all different in what they look like, and slightly different in what they mean. But every one of them starts with the same underlying fact. Your cat had somewhere else she could have gone, and she came to you instead. Cats don't approach out of obligation. They don't have social pressure telling them to check in, the way people sometimes do with each other. When a cat closes that distance, it's not performance, and it's not manners. It's closer to an honest, moment-by-moment vote that this person, right now, feels safe enough to be near. That's really the emotional center of all of this. Not any single behavior on the list, but the pattern underneath it. Your cat may never express affection the way another person would. There's no hug, no I missed you, no obvious declaration, but every time she gets up, crosses the room and comes to find you, she's saying something real in the only language she has. So, what does your cat do when they come looking for you? Walk straight toward you with their tail up, rub against your legs, slow blink from across the room, or just quietly sit beside you? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to know which one your cat does most.